In the close-knit city of Jacksonville, Florida, a heartbreaking tragedy would unfold, leaving a family devastated and a community forever changed. What started as the innocent disappearance of an 8-year-old girl quickly turned into a nightmare. This is the devastating case of Maddie Clifton. Maddie Clifton was just 8 years old, a happy and lively child who loved to play outside. Known for her bright smile and friendly demeanor, Maddie was well loved by her family, friends, and neighbors. She lived in a quiet suburban neighborhood where parents felt safe letting their children play in the streets. But one fateful afternoon in November 1998 would change everything. On November 3rd, 1998, Maddie went missing while playing outside her home. She had been playing in the front yard like she often did, but when her parents called her in for dinner, Maddie never came home. Her family, friends, and neighbors immediately began searching for her, hoping she was just playing nearby. As hours turned into days, the entire Jacksonville community rallied together in the search for Maddie. Flyers were distributed, search parties were formed, and her face was on the local news. Despite all efforts, no one could find a trace of Maddie. For nearly a week, the search for Maddie Clifton continued without any clues. But then, on November 10th, a horrifying discovery was made in the most unexpected place. Maddie's body was found hidden under the bed of her 14-year-old neighbor, Joshua Phillips. Phillips's mother had gone into his room to clean when she noticed a wet spot on the floor. Upon inspecting it further, she found Maddie's body stuffed under the bed, wrapped in blankets. The revelation was devastating. The entire time, Maddie's body had been just a few doors down from her own home. Joshua Phillips, a quiet, seemingly normal teenager, admitted to the brutal murder of Maddie Clifton. According to his confession, Maddie had come over to his house to play baseball, but when he accidentally hit her in the eye with the ball, she started crying. Afraid of getting into trouble with his abusive father, Joshua panicked and dragged Maddie inside his home. In a shocking act of desperation, Joshua hit Maddie with a bat and then proceeded to stab her multiple times to silence her. He then hid her body under his bed and went about his daily routine, all while her body remained hidden just a few feet away. The case left the entire community in disbelief. How could a 14-year-old commit such a brutal act? And why had he chosen to hide her body instead of seeking help? Joshua Phillips was quickly arrested and charged with first-degree murder. Due to the nature of the crime, he was tried as an adult. His defense argued that Joshua's actions were the result of fear and panic, but the prosecution maintained that the brutality of the crime could not be ignored. In 1999, Joshua Phillips was found guilty of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. He was only 15 years old at the time of sentencing. The murder of Maddie Clifton left a lasting impact on the Jacksonville community. Her family was left to grieve the senseless loss of their young daughter, while many struggled to understand how such a horrific crime could be committed by a neighbor, someone Maddie knew and trusted. Joshua Phillips remains in prison, where he has since expressed remorse for his actions. But the devastating loss of Maddie Clifton continues to haunt her family and those who knew her. Maddie Clifton's tragic death serves as a stark reminder that even in seemingly safe and quiet neighborhoods, darkness can lurk. Her story is one of innocence lost and the unthinkable horror of a young life taken far too soon. No one should have to live in fear. What are your thoughts on the devastating case of Maddie Clifton? How could such a tragedy happen within a seemingly safe community? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching.